We were out of town for a couple days, so I've got some tomatoes I need to pick, but I thought I'd run through the garden while there's some stuff in here since I haven't harvested yet. My cherry tomato trellis. I've got several different kinds of cherry tomatoes. Those are Berry's Crazy Cherry. This is chocolate cherry. They're like a darker purple color. Then I have a Sun Gold, which is my absolute favorite. And then this is black strawberry. I think these are really pretty. They're like a pinkish purple. There's some more. Those are really pretty. They're a little bigger than the cherry tomatoes. And then I think there's a green stalk red. And then just like the ones they sent me with my green stalk. And then this is some more Sun Golds because I had a couple extra and a little more room in my trellis, and since they were my favorite, I went with them. Some of them was split because I wasn't here to pick them, but so I'm gonna go ahead and walk around this side. These sunflowers were all volunteers, and now they're all falling over because they're so heavy. But I have a bunch of peppers back here behind the tomatoes. I've got banana peppers there, and then down through here I've got, jalapenos. This one's loaded down so much that the plate's falling over, so I need to get out here and get to work on these. Got a ton of jalapenos. And then one of my jalapeno plants ended up being banana peppers. They were not supposed to be banana peppers. That was definitely supposed to be some kind of jalapeno. I had 4 different kinds, and I don't know which variety it was that came up as banana peppers, but one of them definitely did. I've been inside cutting peppers, so my nose is running. I've got some more jalapenos, just some leftover ones that were there. I've got habaneros on this side. Let's see, I usually have a couple every day. I come out here and I haven't been here in a couple of days, so yeah. There's some pretty bright orange ones. I have several different kinds of peppers through here. I don't know what ones are what, to be honest. I think these are maybe Tabasco. I really don't know what all I had here. I had Pippin's Golden Honey and Shishitos, which these were extras I had just planted. I got some more habaneros in there. I do have one ghost pepper plant. We just found at the store on clearance, and I was like, well, what the heck? So I planted it. This is the back side of my tomato trellis. That has created the fantastic tomato wall that I'm obsessed with. So, coming back through this way, all of this is basil that volunteered. And this is the craziest sound. If you were scared of bees, like, you would not want to be in my garden. Listen to this sound. It is like deafening. There's so many bees in here. But anyways, so these are zinnias I planted. These are the green envies, I think. I really like those. And then I've got this volunteer mullein that popped up. So it's in my garden now. Down this side of the tomato wall, I have orange accordions. So these look really cool. They're really neat looking tomatoes. So far I haven't liked them. I don't know if I picked them too late. They have a weird texture to them I'm not really a big fan of. These are Alice's Dreams. Oh, there's one. Let's say I haven't seen any ripe yet, but they were supposed to be marked really pretty in orange. Oh, look at that tomato. How cool is that? It almost looks pineapple-y, but that's the pineapple. God, that's a huge tomato. Those are pineapple. I'm gonna have to come back out here and pick all these. Then I have Wood's Famous Brimmer, which is just a red tomato. There's a couple of them down there, almost right. Then next I had a couple more orange accordions because I thought that my orange accordions up at the top weren't going to make it. It was really, really wet for the first part of the season, and I was afraid they were going to drown them, but they ended up living. So I've got a lot of orange accordions, which is disappointing since I don't love the taste of them. Then I have Kellogg's Breakfast. These are big orange tomatoes. Those are really good. These are rose, so they come out like a pinkish color. I picked a couple of those yesterday when I got home. This little section of zinnias is my favorite. It's got the green ones and the pink ones and the orange. And there's a little white one in here. It comes up like 2 flowers at a time. That one needs, I'm hoping that those take off again because I really like the white ones too. I planted my determinate tomatoes on this trellis, which I was just going to use them to help hold up the tomatoes. This zinnia's falling over into the walkway. Then I had some beefsteaks, and then I had some extra tomato plants that I just had in the greenhouse and ended up planting here. And I haven't done anything with them. They're kind of just growing wild. So all of these are volunteers. There's a ton up at the top. I'll show you in a second. Those all volunteered from 2 plants last year. This is watermelons, which I don't have any actual watermelons on these plants yet, but my volunteer one that happened in my onion bed has a pretty good sized one. This is artichoke. Isn't that cool? I don't know when I'm supposed to pick them. I don't think they're supposed to open up like that. I need to look that up. But these are supposed to come back, I'm hoping, next year, and I'll have a better plant. And this was a volunteer okra that came up on its own. I haven't got anything off of it yet. Hi, Ethel. This section of tomatoes were just ones that were left over in the greenhouse, and I planted late. They don't get as much sun as the ones up at the top, so they're a little bit smaller. They're just a mismatch of what was left. I have huckleberries. We picked a big bowl of them I need to do something with. I was going to try to make huckleberry jam. I've never had that before, but I thought it'd be cool. Okay, so over here, all of those purple ones were all the volunteers that I was talking about. Those all came back on their own. I only had like 2 flowers pop up out of that, because I planted it late out of that plant, and they reseeded all of this. So that's kind of cool. This is my asparagus that I planted this year. They're getting pretty big for it to be their first year in the ground. Ooh, look at that one. I bet that one's big enough to pick. Well, that's exciting. This watermelon, this is all one plant. It volunteered in my onion patch this year. And look at this watermelon, I'm so excited. It's the only one I've seen on this plant though, so I don't know why there aren't more watermelon on it, but at least we might get one. On this side I have peppers all down this side, and then tomatoes on the other side. I have all different kinds of peppers. There's a bunch of banana peppers. Those are habanada, or no, sorry, jalapenos, so jalapenos without heat. These were mini bells, which don't have any. Oh, there's one. So I hadn't had any that changed colors yet, but there's one. I don't know what happened to this, not this one, this plant. It just shriveled up and died on me, and that sucks because I really like those tomatoes. Oh, there's a bug in that one. Dang it. Anyways, these are green peppers, but they don't really have a lot of peppers on them. There's a couple. I don't know why they're taking so long. On this side, I've got squashes and zucchinis. These squash plants are gigantic. There were only like 3 squash plants right here. And then I planted some more down this way. I thought that my zucchini had gotten eaten up. It wasn't the zucchini, it was the squash. I ended up planting like a ton of squash on accident and no zucchini. So I came back and planted zucchini. Yay, look! This is my first zucchini I've seen. That little dude right there. That's exciting. And then I have some some little, I think that was winter squashes I planted back there, which the zinnias seem to be crowding out. I might need to pick some of the zinnias. Back over here, these are Jimmy Nardellos. They're really, really good peppers. Oh, I just broke that. They're really like a sweet, almost like a sweet bell pepper, but I really like the taste of them. These are Sugar Rush Peach. There's a couple of them trying to change colors. They take forever to completely turn to the peach color that they're supposed to be. I'm so sorry, I've got a runny nose. This sunflower is looking good. That's my big, it was 12 foot when we measured it. I don't know what it is now, it's gigantic. I have some beets I need to do something with right here. They're starting to look a little gigantic. I had green beans there. I picked them all, and I actually just pulled them the other day. Ooh, these came on fast. I think these are like the lunchbox peppers I found on clearance at Lowe's and grabbed. I need to pick some of these. These are supposed to be the, there we go. Let's say they turn purple and then they turn orange. Those are the Pippin's Golden Honey. So they're really cool. Like they're changed from green to purple to orange. It's a little interesting the way they work. These are shishitos. It looks like the goats have been in here eating them. I can't keep them out of my garden. And then these are habaneras, so habaneros without the heat. There aren't any of those that are ripe yet though. This trellis. So I planted birdhouse gourds on it. Look at this thing. Look, what is happening? I planted birdhouse gourds and loofahs. Unfortunately, this is the loofah plant. It has been completely taken over. I mean, I'd really like to get a couple loofahs. I thought that'd be really neat. The birdhouse gourds were really just for fun, and they took off. So I'm gonna have a bunch of birdhouse gourds, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Let's see, then we'll get on this side where the tomatoes are. So this starts my lemon boys and Cherokee purples. I've got some that are starting to get cracks on them. I need to get that out of there. Then Amanas. These are really big orange ones. They were really good. I had some of those the other day. These are Green Giant, so probably some of these are, yeah, those are ripe. I need to pick those. On this side, I've got the Sart Relays, which are really cool yellow with purple shoulders. I don't know what went wrong here. This is kind of a mismatch. This whole trellis, I don't know what I did, but they're not right. Like this one. Okay, so before I was seeing these and I thought maybe it was a green zebra, but this is definitely a Berkeley's tie-dye, not a Sart Relay. So I don't know how I ended up planting those wrong, but I did. And then this Sart Relay I planted late because the other one shriveled up and died. These are green zebras, which I've been letting go until they're yellow. Not on purpose, but I don't know what all's been in here eating on my garden, but I'm definitely sharing my stuff with something. These are Dad's Orange Sunset. I picked some of those yesterday, so there's none on the plant. I had one of those this morning for breakfast. These are the Rosellas. I thought these were full-size tomatoes, but I was wrong. They are definitely cherry tomatoes. So they're on the wrong side of the garden, but it's fine. I kind of have a couple peppered around. Here's another Berkeley's tie-dye. This is where they're supposed to be. Then I have Thornburn's Lemon. Some of these have cracked. I think it rained while we were gone, which didn't help my cracking issues. But I have several there. Then these were supposed to be Dr. Witchies, and I'm pretty sure this is the only, well, this sad little one that just doesn't grow, and this one are the only Dr. Witchies that I planted. And then I have this one over here that is definitely a green zebra. Oh, and there's Paul Robeson's back here too. They didn't get very big either. I don't know what happened with this section of the trellis. This was the mismatched thing of tomatoes. Looks like lemon boys right there. And I know that there was one Dr. Witchies planted over here, so maybe I'll get some Dr. Witchies. So here, I was going to do a melon trellis here. I've had the hardest time with my trellises. So down there where I planted the tomatoes, I also planted cucumbers. And my cucumbers, like, grow to be about 2 feet tall and shrivel up and die. Well, my melons do the same thing, and I don't really know what to do about that. I thought this trellis would be all full of different melons. Well, it didn't work out. So even this one, like, I was starting to get a melon there, and it shriveled up and died. The same thing over there. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the melons. They just don't want to grow here. Up this way, like I said earlier, the bee basil situation. They're thoroughly enjoying all the basil. All of that's volunteers. I didn't plant any of that. It all came back from last year. Actually, this whole bed was full of it, and I pulled it all, and this has all come back. So I will have basil till the end of time, and I'm okay with that. These yard-long beans on this trellis, my goats have wrecked the bottom half, but I didn't plant those. Those came back from last year. And then over here, I've tried cucumbers all over the garden, thinking maybe it was just where I planted them. I did get 2 cucumbers yesterday. That's the first, that's the only thing I've gotten off of them. I got one right there, it looks like, but I don't know why my cucumbers all do this. That kind of sucks, because I really love cucumbers, and I wanted pickles, and I can't keep cucumbers alive, so I might have to buy some from somebody. And I've got dahlias planted all over the garden, too. I have a cool variety. Look how pretty that is. And then these. And then this pretty red one over here. It's like red and yellow. And then this one looks like a yellow and pink, but I was gone when this bloomed, so I don't know what it looks like. Those were all from bulbs. This one I planted from Walmart. I just saw the pretty pink and couldn't resist and had to buy it. I've got more cucumbers planted over here in hopes that they would grow. A couple still hanging on, but there were like 8 on each side and they're already gone. I've got some different, I got like thyme. That was lavender. It's shriveled up now. Parsley, rosemary, sage, the dill that grew there on its own. The grapes looked so good for a long time, and then the Japanese beetles just wrecked it, so maybe next year for grapes. I do have a few up there. I have these pretty purple ones. They've got seeds in them though. I didn't realize that. That's just about everything. I think I've got a couple more dahlias I can show you. These pretty things. These are rose bushes, but the goats have chewed on them. And then I've got this little section I planted zinnias that were dying in the greenhouse. And a yellow dahlia of some kind. But the rest of this stuff I just stuck in because I didn't have anywhere to put it. But that's a walk through my garden. I wanted to show you guys what was going on since I came back from snowshoe this weekend. And there's actually some stuff in there. I usually don't think to record until I've already harvested everything, but it's so pretty. It's a complete disaster, and I've kind of given up on keeping it pretty and clean. Now it's just making me food. But thank you guys for walking through the garden with me. Until next time, bye.